YouTube, TTC, Dirty Bird Nation, Brotherhood Nation, what's good with y'all? Us AR10 checking in. Wanted to do a quick video about this draft. The first round was last night. A lot of teams made some good picks. A lot of teams made some bad picks. Cleveland was Cleveland. They passed up on some really good players. Let's see. You had the Jets, pick a quarterback. You had the Cardinals pick a quarterback. I don't know. Some teams moved up, some teams moved down. Some teams traded players, things like that. I don't know, man. I mean, you had Baker Mayfield go with the number one pick. I definitely didn't agree with that. I give his career maybe 5 years. 1 year as a backup, maybe 2 years as a starter up there in Cleveland, then he'll probably fizzle out. Lamar was the last pick of the first round. He went to Baltimore, and he was definitely fired up, man. Deion was talking to him, and Deion was like, I can see, the anger in your eyes. But he was fired up, man. He's going to be playing hard. I know he's going to work hard. I don't know how long he'll stay out there in Baltimore. Maybe play out a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years of his rookie contract, and I feel like he'll go to a different team. Baltimore they just don't have any weapons, man. They got a decent old line, but they really don't have. They got Crabtree at receiver, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have no tight end. They don't really have no running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how long he's going to stay up there before he gets frustrated. Who else we got? Oh, shout out to Isaiah Wynn, Roquan Smith, Sonny Michel, man. 3 Georgia players, 3 go in the first round, okay? Out of 32 picks, you got 3 players from the University of Georgia going in the first round. And shout out to Kirby Smart, man, for getting them guys ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting us in a position where we could go to a national championship. We just couldn't close the deal. But you got 3, and it could have been a possibly 4 players go in the first round of the draft from the same school. That is ridiculous, okay? That reminds me of the old Miami teams back in the day, where you had Miami and Florida State pretty much taking over the first round of the NFL draft. For all you young bucks, man, Miami used to be a powerhouse. Florida State, they had some success when Winston was there, but they used to be freaking ridiculous. But things are different now. But okay, so this Dirty Birds pick, Calvin Ridley, I do not, and I'm gonna say it again, I do not agree with the pick. Okay, there were plenty of O linemen, plenty of D linemen out there that we could have chosen and gotten, and I feel like Calvin really could have fell to the second round. Maybe the Ravens would have picked him up instead of Lamar, and then got Lamar in the second round. I don't know for sure, but that was a thirsty pick, man. That was a thirsty pick, man. That was a pick that was like, well, I don't know if we can, he'll be in the second round, so let's get him right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. And that's my opinion. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's not going to be good. But the last thing we need as a team is a freaking receiver, man. That's the last thing we need as a team. Okay? I would have been more happy with a tight end or an old lineman. We could have got a guard. Notre Dame had 2 O linemen go in the first round. We could have got a guard, tackle, center, somebody. Okay, we could have got the D lineman, the D tackle from Stanford. I know Taven Bryan went to the Jaguars. We passed up on him. You know what I'm saying? He's a Florida kid. He went to the University of Florida. I don't agree with no receiver in the first round, man. Come on, man. It's receivers on the street right now. Okay, they might not run a 4.3. They might run a 4.4 or 4.5 with better hands, that run better routes and more NFL experience. Okay, whether he goes in the slot or out wide, it doesn't matter, man. It's just the NFL. It's a different speed, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he knows Sark's offense. You know, of course, Julio is going to bring him under his wing. You know what I mean? But man, we could have. I feel like we could have traded back and got him. We could have let somebody move up at the 26th pick, traded back, got him in the second round, and a D lineman. You know what I'm saying? Now we're stuck with, you know, a second round pick that, you know, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to pick a receiver in the first round. I'm sorry, unless he's head and shoulders above every DB in college football, unless he's a Calvin Johnson type, unless he's a freaking Julio Jones type. I mean, look at Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown went in like the 4th round, man. Come on, man. Like, a receiver in the first round, I mean, you know, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Thomas, Quinn, Blank, McKay, what were y'all thinking, man? Why would y'all pick a receiver in the first freaking round, man? Who was the team that we lost to in the freaking playoffs? We lost to the Eagles. Why did we lose to the Eagles? Because we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't stop the run, and they pretty much grinded the clock out, and then we got into the red zone and couldn't score because we went to Julio 4 different times, okay? Sark, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. But I'm just saying, I don't agree with the pick, man. I don't agree with the pick. I don't agree with the way our offense is going right now. I feel like Sark is going to try to throw the ball more this year. Now that we got, you know, a couple, 3 different receivers, but Justin Hardy. Who else we got a receiver? Mohamed Sanu. You know, and we got a couple other guys, a couple no-name guys at receiver. But particularly Justin Hardy, man. Justin Hardy, bro, that puts you on notice, man. You might not be around after training camp. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a battle. You need to either try to be a returner or try to get your ass on special teams. But that definitely puts you on notice, man. I don't know what happened between you and Sark last year. We got rid of Taylor Gabriel, which I didn't agree with either. So we could have had, if we'd have dropped Justin Hardy and kept Taylor Gabriel, gave him the money that he wanted, all right, maybe him and Sark, you know, mend their relationship, sit down, you know, and talk, get everything out. We could have had Calvin Ridley, Taylor Gabriel, Mohamed Sanu, and Julio Jones. Think about how much speed and how much freaking explosive ability is in that receiver lineup. How do you get rid of Taylor Gabriel and then pick Calvin Ridley? Like, why not just keep Taylor Gabriel and then add on Calvin Ridley and drop Justin Hardy, or drop one of these other receivers who helped our receiving core lead the team in drops last year? Get rid of one of their asses. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it. I'm puzzled. I mean, I'm not upset, but I'm confused. I'm very confused because in the offseason, we talked about the trenches. We talked about how we need to do this and do that. And then here comes the draft and we don't do it. You know what I mean? Falcons, man, y'all keep building me up to let me down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of it. But anyway, enough of my rant. AR10 checking out. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.